Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to speak to you today about one of the most critical elements of success: discipline. You see, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what separates those who dream from those who do. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. So let's dive into the 7 keys to building discipline in the style of the late, great Jim Rohn. Number 1. Discipline begins with a purpose, a deep, driving force that pulls you forward, even when the path is steep and the obstacles seem insurmountable. Knowing your why is the foundation for building discipline because it gives meaning to your actions. Without it, discipline becomes a grind, a chore, something you endure rather than embrace. When you have a clear reason for what you're doing, that purpose becomes your guiding star, helping you navigate through distractions, setbacks, and temptations. It anchors you in moments of doubt and motivates you to keep pushing forward. Your why is personal. It's not about what others expect from you. It's about what matters most to you. For some, their why might be their family, a dream they've cherished since childhood, or a desire to leave a lasting legacy. For others, it might be the determination to overcome adversity, prove something to themselves, or achieve a level of success they've never known. Whatever it is, your why must be strong enough to fuel you when motivation runs out. As Jim Rohn famously said, "When the promise is clear, the price is easy." Think about this when you wake up each morning. What drives you to get out of bed? Is it a vision of the life you want to live, the goals you want to achieve, or the difference you want to make in the world? If you don't have a compelling why, it's easy to hit snooze, delay the work, or convince yourself that your efforts don't really matter. But when you have a vivid picture of why you're doing something, every step you take feels purposeful. Suddenly, the sacrifices don't seem so hard because they're tied to something meaningful. Take a moment to reflect on your goals. Why do they matter to you? For example, if your goal is to get in shape, ask yourself why it's important. Is it to feel healthier, to have more energy to play with your kids, or to boost your confidence? If you're working hard to grow a business, is it because you want financial freedom, the ability to provide for your family, or to create something that outlives you? By connecting your actions to a powerful why, you're giving yourself a reason to endure the discomfort that discipline often requires. It's also important to remember that your why needs to be crystal clear. A vague purpose won't inspire action. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," define what success means to you. Maybe success is earning a certain income, achieving a specific milestone, or having the freedom to spend time with loved ones. When you can see your why as clearly as you can picture your own reflection in the mirror, it becomes much easier to stay disciplined. Clarity also helps you prioritize. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get pulled in 100 different directions. But when you know your why, it acts like a filter, helping you decide what's worth your time and energy. It allows you to say no to the things that don't align with your purpose and yes to the things that bring you closer to your goals. Without a strong why, it's tempting to chase every shiny object or give up when things get hard. But when your purpose is clear, you stay focused and committed. Another benefit of knowing your why is the resilience it gives you. Let's face it, the journey to achieving anything worthwhile isn't always smooth. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the challenges seem too big, or when progress feels painfully slow. During those moments, your why becomes your anchor. It reminds you of what's at stake and why you started in the first place. It helps you push through the discomfort because you know the reward is worth it. Your why is also a source of inspiration. When you wake up each day with a clear sense of purpose, it fills you with energy and determination. You're not just going through the motions, you're working towards something meaningful. And when you're inspired, discipline doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like an opportunity to grow and get closer to your dreams. So take the time to uncover your why, write it down, visualize it, and remind yourself of it every day. Make it so compelling that it ignites a fire within you. Because when your why is strong enough, you'll find the discipline to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals. And as Jim Rohn would say, if you know what you want, and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Number 2. Discipline is not about taking giant leaps. It's about taking small, intentional steps every single day. Too often, people get overwhelmed by the enormity of their goals and believe they need to accomplish everything at once. This mindset can lead to frustration and burnout. Instead, the real key to building discipline is to start small and stay consistent. Success is not built in a day. It's the result of small, repeated actions compounded over time. Starting small is powerful because it removes the intimidation factor. When you aim for massive changes overnight, the effort can feel daunting, and the likelihood of failure increases. However, by focusing on manageable actions, you build momentum and confidence. For example, if you want to improve your health, don't begin with a 2-hour workout every day. Start with something simple, like a 15-minute walk or drinking an extra glass of water each day. These small victories add up, and over time, they become habits that are much easier to maintain. Consistency is the magic ingredient that turns these small efforts into big results. It's not about how much you do in a single day, it's about what you do day after day, no matter what. Even the smallest action, when performed consistently, creates a ripple effect that leads to significant change. Consider this: if you improve just 1% every day, by the end of a year, you would be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of consistency. When you start small, you're also setting yourself up for long-term success. Big, sudden changes often shock the system and are difficult to sustain. On the other hand, gradual changes allow you to adapt naturally, making it easier to stick with the new behavior. For example, if you're trying to wake up earlier, don't jump from waking up at 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. overnight. Instead, adjust your alarm by 10 or 15 minutes at a time. This gradual shift helps your body and mind adjust. And before you know it, waking up earlier becomes second nature. Another benefit of starting small is that it reduces the fear of failure. When you set huge goals and don't achieve them, it can feel discouraging and lead to giving up altogether. But when your initial goals are small and achievable, you're much more likely to succeed, which boosts your confidence and encourages you to keep going. Success breeds success, and those small wins give you the motivation to tackle bigger challenges down the road. Consistency also teaches you discipline by helping you develop habits. When you repeat an action consistently, it moves from being a conscious effort to an automatic behavior. Think about brushing your teeth. It's not something you have to think about or struggle to do. It's a habit you've developed over time. The same principle applies to other areas of life. Whether it's exercising, saving money, or studying, consistency turns effort into routine, and routine into discipline. Moreover, starting small and staying consistent trains your mind to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Too often, people fixate on the end result and feel discouraged when progress seems slow. However, when you focus on the daily actions you can control, the results take care of themselves. For instance, if you want to write a book, don't stress about finishing 300 pages right away. Instead, commit to writing just 1 page a day. At the end of a year, you'll have written more than enough for a complete manuscript. The key is to trust the process and stay consistent. There's also a psychological aspect to starting small. When tasks feel easy and manageable, you're more likely to follow through. Success in completing those small tasks creates a positive feedback loop. Each time you accomplish something, no matter how small, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you feel good and reinforces the behavior. This creates momentum, making it easier to tackle the next task. Over time, these small, consistent actions become a part of your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who is disciplined and capable, which further reinforces your commitment to your goals. One of the greatest challenges to consistency is the desire for immediate results. In today's fast-paced world, we're conditioned to expect instant gratification, but real success doesn't work that way. It's important to remember that small actions might not produce visible results right away, but that doesn't mean they aren't working. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't see the tree grow overnight, but with consistent care and attention, it eventually flourishes. The same principle applies to discipline and achieving your goals. Starting small also helps you build resilience. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when things don't go as planned. When you've built the habit of consistency, even on a small scale, you're more likely to stay on track during tough times. For example, if your goal is to exercise every day, and one day you're too tired for a full workout, doing just 5 minutes still keeps the streak alive. That small act of consistency reinforces your commitment and prevents you from slipping into the habit of skipping altogether. In the end, starting small and staying consistent is about mastering the art of showing up. No matter how small the action, the key is to do it regularly and with intention. Over time, these small efforts compound into extraordinary results. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. As Jim Rohn would say, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. By starting small and staying consistent, you lay the foundation for a life of achievement and fulfillment. Number 3. Discipline thrives on structure, and creating a routine is one of the most effective ways to establish and maintain that structure. A well-designed routine provides consistency, simplifies decision-making, and creates an environment where discipline can flourish. Without a routine, life often feels chaotic, and it's easy to get overwhelmed by distractions, procrastination, or the sheer number of tasks competing for your attention. However, when you have a routine in place, you regain control and can channel your energy into the things that truly matter. A routine acts as a roadmap for your day. It gives you a clear sense of direction and ensures that your actions align with your goals. Instead of wondering what to do next or wasting time deciding where to focus your efforts, a routine lays out the plan for you. This reduces decision fatigue, which is the mental exhaustion that comes from making too many choices throughout the day. By automating certain parts of your life through a routine, you free up mental space to focus on more important decisions and tasks. The power of a routine lies in its ability to create consistency. Success isn't achieved through sporadic bursts of effort, it's the result of steady, repeated actions over time. A routine helps you build habits, and habits are the building blocks of discipline. For example, if you want to develop a habit of exercising, including it in your daily routine at the same time each day makes it easier to stick with. Over time, the act of exercising becomes automatic. You don't have to force yourself to do it, because it's simply part of your day. When creating a routine, it's important to design it with intention. Start by identifying your priorities. What are the most important areas of your life? And what actions will bring you closer to your goals? Your routine should reflect these priorities and ensure that you're dedicating time to what matters most. For instance, if personal growth is a priority, you might include reading, journaling, or learning a new skill in your daily schedule. If health is a focus, allocate time for exercise, meal preparation, or mindfulness practices. A good routine also creates structure without rigidity. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when things don't go as planned. The key is to build flexibility into your routine so that it can adapt to changing circumstances. For example, if you usually exercise in the morning but have an early meeting one day, plan to work out later in the evening instead. Flexibility ensures that you can maintain your routine even when life throws you a curveball. It's also helpful to start and end your day with rituals that set the tone for success. A strong morning routine can energize you and prepare you for the day ahead, while an evening routine helps you unwind and reflect on your progress. For instance, a morning routine might include activities like making your bed, meditating, exercising, or reviewing your goals. An evening routine might involve journaling, reading, or planning the next day. These rituals create a sense of rhythm and help you approach each day with clarity and focus. Another advantage of a routine is that it minimizes distractions and wasted time. When you know what you're supposed to be doing at any given moment, there's less temptation to scroll through social media, watch TV, or engage in other unproductive activities. Your routine keeps you accountable by giving each part of your day a purpose. Over time, this focus adds up and leads to greater productivity and progress toward your goals. One of the most common challenges people face when creating a routine is sticking to it. This is where starting small becomes essential. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on incorporating 1 or 2 new habits into your routine at a time. Once those habits become second nature, you can gradually add more. For example, if you want to start a morning routine, begin with something simple, like drinking a glass of water and stretching for 5 minutes after waking up. As this becomes a habit, you can add other elements, such as journaling or reviewing your goals. Tracking your routine is another effective way to ensure consistency. Use a planner app or checklist to monitor your progress. Seeing your streak of completed tasks can be incredibly motivating and reinforces your commitment to maintaining the routine. If you miss a day, don't let it derail you. Simply pick up where you left off and keep going. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. A routine also reinforces your identity. When you consistently follow a routine, you begin to see yourself as someone who is disciplined, organized, and committed. This shift in identity makes it easier to maintain your habits because they become a reflection of who you are. For instance, if your routine includes daily exercise, you start to see yourself as a healthy and active person, which reinforces your motivation to continue. Ultimately, creating a routine is about designing your life with purpose. It's about taking control of your time and ensuring that your daily actions align with your long-term goals. A routine doesn't just make you more productive, it gives your life structure, meaning, and momentum. Over time, the consistency of your routine leads to remarkable results, and you become a person who doesn't just dream of success, but actively works toward it every single day. Number 4. Life offers a simple but profound truth: everyone faces pain. The question is not whether you will experience it, but which type of pain you will choose to endure: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. These 2 forms of discomfort are inevitable, but they differ in intensity, duration, and the impact they have on your life. By embracing the pain of discipline, you choose a path that leads to growth, accomplishment, and fulfillment. In contrast, the pain of regret is a heavy burden, often rooted in missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Understanding this distinction can transform how you approach challenges, setbacks, and the effort required to achieve your goals. The pain of discipline is immediate and often uncomfortable. It comes from the effort, sacrifice, and self-control needed to stay committed to your goals. It might mean waking up early to exercise, saying no to distractions so you can focus on your work, or resisting short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards. This kind of pain requires you to push through discomfort and inconvenience, but it is purposeful. It has a clear end goal, and each step of discipline brings you closer to achieving it. Consider someone who wants to improve their health. The discipline of maintaining a balanced diet and exercising regularly isn't always enjoyable. There are days when the workouts feel grueling, or when it's tempting to indulge in unhealthy foods. However, these sacrifices are temporary. Over time, the benefits: better health, increased energy, and a stronger body far outweigh the short-term discomfort. The pain of discipline in this case is an investment in a better future. On the other hand, the pain of regret is a different kind of suffering. It is the emotional toll of looking back and realizing what could have been if you had made different choices. Regret often stems from inaction, neglect, or giving in to temporary pleasures at the expense of long-term success. Unlike the pain of discipline, which fades as you grow stronger and more accomplished, the pain of regret tends to linger. It is often accompanied by feelings of guilt, disappointment, and frustration. Imagine the same person who wanted to improve their health but avoided the effort required to do so. Years later, they may face health problems, limited mobility, or a lack of confidence in their appearance. At that point, the regret of not taking action is far more painful than the discipline would have been. The missed opportunities, whether in health, career, or relationships, weigh heavily on the mind and heart, creating a sense of loss that can be difficult to overcome. Choosing the pain of discipline over the pain of regret is about adopting a mindset that prioritizes long-term satisfaction over short-term comfort. It requires recognizing that every action or inaction has consequences. While discipline may be uncomfortable in the moment, it is ultimately empowering. It strengthens your character, builds resilience, and gives you a sense of control over your life. Regret, by contrast, feels powerless. It reminds you of what you've lost and leaves you wishing you could turn back time. To embrace the pain of discipline, it's important to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing discipline as a burden, see it as an opportunity to grow and achieve your potential. Remember that the discomfort you feel now is temporary, but the rewards of discipline are lasting. For example, studying for hours to pass an exam or working overtime to complete a project may feel draining in the moment. But these efforts open doors to new opportunities and success. A helpful strategy is to visualize the outcome of your choices. When faced with a decision, imagine the long-term consequences of both options. How will you feel a year from now if you choose discipline? What about if you give in to laziness or distraction? This mental exercise makes the impact of your choices more tangible and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. It's also crucial to remind yourself that discipline is a skill, not a personality trait. It can be developed and strengthened over time. Start with small, manageable acts of discipline and gradually build from there. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you reinforce the habit and make it easier to stay consistent. Over time, the pain of discipline becomes less daunting because you've trained yourself to handle it. Another way to embrace the pain of discipline is to celebrate your progress along the way. Acknowledge the sacrifices you've made and the milestones you've achieved. This positive reinforcement helps you stay motivated and reminds you of why the effort is worthwhile. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your discipline and hold you accountable to your goals. Ultimately, the choice between the pain of discipline and the pain of regret is a daily one. Each time you choose discipline, you're choosing to invest in a future you'll be proud of. You're choosing to take control of your life and avoid the heavy burden of looking back with regret. As Jim Rohn so eloquently put it, we must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons. Choose wisely. Number 5. The people you surround yourself with play a pivotal role in shaping your mindset, actions, and ultimately your success. Relationships are powerful. They can either uplift and propel you toward your goals or hinder and pull you away from them. By surrounding yourself with the right people, you create an environment of support, encouragement, and inspiration that helps you stay disciplined and focused on your journey. This is why it's often said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The company you keep has a profound impact on your growth and your ability to stay aligned with your goals. The right people are those who share your values, encourage your aspirations, and challenge you to grow. They are the ones who believe in you and push you to achieve more than you thought possible. These individuals inspire you to become better, not through criticism or comparison, but through their actions, their words, and their unwavering belief in your potential. Whether it's friends, mentors, colleagues, or family members, having positive influences in your life helps you stay motivated and disciplined. One of the key benefits of surrounding yourself with the right people is the accountability they provide. When you're working toward a goal, it's easy to lose focus or make excuses for why you didn't follow through on a commitment. But when you have people who hold you accountable, they serve as a reminder of your purpose and help you stay on track. For example, if you're trying to adopt a fitness routine, having a workout buddy can make a significant difference. Knowing that someone is counting on you to show up motivates you to keep your promises, even on days when you'd rather stay in bed. The right people also serve as a source of encouragement. Discipline is not always easy, and there will be moments of doubt, fatigue, or frustration. During these times, having supportive individuals in your corner can make all the difference. They remind you of your strengths, celebrate your progress, and offer words of wisdom when you feel stuck. Their encouragement acts as fuel, reigniting your passion and helping you persevere through challenges. Another important aspect of surrounding yourself with the right people is the inspiration they provide. Being around individuals who are disciplined, driven, and successful can be incredibly motivating. Their achievements serve as a reminder of what's possible, and their habits offer a blueprint for success. For example, if you spend time with people who prioritize personal growth, you're more likely to adopt similar habits, such as reading, learning new skills, or setting ambitious goals. Their example shows you that discipline is not just a concept, but a practical tool for achieving greatness. It's also important to recognize that the right people will challenge you to grow. They won't simply agree with everything you say or let you settle for mediocrity. Instead, they'll push you to step outside your comfort zone, confront your fears, and strive for excellence. This kind of constructive feedback is invaluable because it helps you identify areas where you can improve and encourages you to take bold steps toward your goals. Conversely, it's crucial to distance yourself from individuals who drain your energy or discourage your efforts. Toxic relationships, those characterized by negativity, criticism, or a lack of support, can undermine your discipline and derail your progress. These people may not intentionally hold you back, but their attitudes and actions can create an environment of doubt and distraction. For example, if you're trying to start a business and you're surrounded by people who constantly question your abilities or focus on the risks instead of the opportunities, it becomes much harder to stay committed to your vision. Choosing the right people to surround yourself with requires intentionality. Start by evaluating your current relationships and asking yourself whether they contribute to your growth or hinder it. Look for individuals who share similar values, have achieved the kind of success you aspire to, or exhibit qualities you admire. Seek out mentors who can guide you, peers who can collaborate with you, and friends who genuinely want to see you succeed. It's also beneficial to expand your network by joining communities or groups aligned with your goals. For instance, if you're passionate about fitness, joining a gym or fitness class can connect you with like-minded individuals. If you're focused on career growth, attending industry events or participating in professional organizations can help you meet people who share your ambitions. These environments foster connections with individuals who can inspire and support you. Finally, remember that surrounding yourself with the right people is a two-way street. To attract and maintain meaningful relationships, you must also strive to be the right person for others. Be supportive, encouraging, and uplifting. Celebrate their successes, offer a listening ear during tough times, and challenge them to grow just as they challenge you. When you invest in building strong, positive relationships, you create a network of mutual support that benefits everyone involved. Ultimately, the people in your life play a significant role in shaping your journey. By surrounding yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and hold you accountable, you create an environment where discipline becomes a natural part of your daily life. These relationships not only help you stay focused and committed, but also enrich your life with encouragement, growth, and shared success. Choose your company wisely, and you'll find that achieving your goals becomes not only possible, but also deeply rewarding. Number 6. Tracking your progress is a fundamental practice in the journey toward achieving any goal. It provides clarity, accountability, and motivation, acting as a compass that keeps you on course. Without tracking, it's easy to lose sight of where you're going or to underestimate how far you've come. By consistently monitoring your progress, you create a feedback loop that encourages improvement, highlights areas that need attention, and celebrates milestones along the way. This process isn't just about keeping records, it's about building a deeper connection to your goals and reinforcing the habits that drive success. One of the greatest benefits of tracking progress is the sense of clarity it brings. When you set a goal, the initial excitement can quickly fade if you don't have a clear understanding of how to measure success. Progress tracking bridges the gap between aspiration and achievement. It helps you break down your larger goal into smaller, manageable steps and provides a way to assess your performance at each stage. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, tracking your food intake, exercise routines, and weight changes offers a clear picture of what's working and what needs adjustment. Clarity also comes from identifying patterns in your behavior. By tracking your actions over time, you can spot trends that either contribute to or hinder your progress. If you're working toward financial stability, recording your expenses and income can reveal spending habits that need to be curbed. This insight empowers you to make informed decisions and stay on track. Tracking your progress also plays a key role in accountability. It creates a sense of responsibility, both to yourself and potentially to others. When you see your efforts documented, it's harder to justify skipping a workout, procrastinating on a project, or deviating from your plan. Knowing that your actions are being recorded can serve as a powerful motivator to stay disciplined. Additionally, sharing your progress with a trusted friend, coach, or mentor adds another layer of accountability. When others are aware of your journey, their encouragement and expectations can push you to keep going, even when it's challenging. Another significant advantage of tracking progress is the motivation it provides. Seeing tangible evidence of your efforts builds confidence and reinforces your belief that your goals are achievable. Small wins, like crossing off items on a to-do list or hitting a weekly milestone, create a sense of accomplishment that fuels your drive to continue. These moments of progress remind you why you started and help sustain your momentum. Even setbacks, when tracked, can be valuable. They offer an opportunity to reflect and learn. By examining what went wrong, you can adjust your approach and avoid making the same mistakes in the future. For instance, if you're trying to improve time management and notice that certain tasks consistently take longer than expected, you can revise your schedule to allocate more time or find ways to streamline those tasks. Progress tracking turns failures into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. To effectively track your progress, it's important to choose the right tools and methods. These will vary depending on your goal and personal preferences. For some, a simple notebook or journal is enough to document daily actions and reflections. Others may prefer digital tools like apps, spreadsheets, or project management software that provide more detailed analytics. For example, fitness enthusiasts often use apps to log workouts, monitor calorie intake, and measure performance metrics like heart rate or running pace. Whatever method you choose, consistency is key. Tracking should become a regular habit, integrated into your daily or weekly routine. The act of recording your efforts should not feel like a chore, but rather a part of the process that keeps you engaged and connected to your goal. Set aside time each day to update your records and review your progress. This practice not only keeps you accountable, but also allows you to celebrate small victories and stay motivated. Visualization is another powerful aspect of tracking progress. Charts, graphs, and visual representations of your journey make your efforts more tangible. For instance, creating a progress bar that fills up as you move closer to your goal can be incredibly satisfying. Similarly, marking milestones on a calendar or tracking streaks can help you see how consistent effort adds up over time. These visuals provide a clear reminder of your growth and inspire you to keep pushing forward. One of the most rewarding aspects of tracking progress is the opportunity to celebrate your achievements. Too often, people focus solely on the end goal and overlook the smaller victories along the way. By documenting your journey, you create a record of all the hard work, persistence, and determination you've invested. Celebrating these moments, whether it's completing a challenging task, reaching a milestone, or surpassing expectations, boosts your morale and reinforces your commitment to the process. In the long run, tracking progress not only helps you achieve specific goals, but also cultivates a mindset of self-awareness and continuous improvement. It teaches you to value effort over perfection, to learn from both successes and setbacks, and to appreciate the journey as much as the destination. When you consistently track your progress, you take ownership of your growth and develop the discipline needed to stay aligned with your aspirations. Ultimately, tracking your progress is an act of self-respect and dedication. It's a way of saying that your goals matter, your efforts matter, and your growth is worth documenting. Whether you're striving for personal, professional, or physical improvement, the practice of monitoring your journey ensures that you stay focused, motivated, and on the path to success. Number 7. Rewarding yourself for discipline is an essential strategy to maintain motivation and reinforce positive behaviors. Discipline is not always easy. It often requires sacrifice, consistency, and persistence. When you reward yourself for staying disciplined, you reinforce the habit and make it more likely that you will continue on your path. Rewards serve as a reminder that hard work and dedication are worth the effort, creating a cycle of motivation that helps you stay committed to your goals. Rewards are particularly powerful because they create positive reinforcement. The brain thrives on rewards, and when you associate discipline with a sense of gratification, your brain begins to anticipate the reward, which makes it easier to follow through. For example, if you commit to exercising 5 days a week and reward yourself with a relaxing activity afterward, your brain starts to link physical activity with positive outcomes. This connection strengthens your discipline and encourages you to stay consistent. The more you reward yourself for good behavior, the more likely you are to continue making disciplined choices in the future. The key to rewarding yourself effectively is to ensure that the reward is meaningful and proportional to the effort you've put in. Small rewards for small victories are important for maintaining momentum. For instance, if you've worked hard all week to meet deadlines at work, a small reward like treating yourself to a nice meal or watching your favorite movie can give you a sense of satisfaction and enjoyment. These little moments of indulgence provide a break from the grind and allow you to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. However, it's also important to save bigger rewards for larger accomplishments. For example, if you've been working toward a long-term goal, such as completing a major project or achieving a personal milestone, the reward should reflect the effort involved. Perhaps you could take a short vacation, buy something you've been eyeing, or treat yourself to a special experience. By aligning the size of the reward with the scale of the accomplishment, you give yourself something to look forward to, which keeps you motivated through the tough moments. Another important aspect of rewarding yourself is ensuring that the reward does not undermine the discipline you are trying to reinforce. For example, if your goal is to adopt healthier eating habits, rewarding yourself with unhealthy foods after every workout might contradict your objective. Instead, opt for rewards that align with your goals. A healthy treat, an enjoyable outdoor activity, or a new workout outfit might be better incentives that encourage you to stay on track. It's also important to recognize that rewards don't always have to be tangible. Sometimes, non-material rewards, such as a sense of accomplishment, rest, or time for self-care, can be equally powerful. Taking time for yourself to relax or engage in a hobby can be a fulfilling reward that doesn't distract from your overall goals. For instance, after completing a week of disciplined work or exercise, you might reward yourself with a quiet evening at home, a walk in nature, or a deep, relaxing bath. These forms of self-care nourish your body and mind, allowing you to recharge and return to your disciplined routines feeling rejuvenated. Rewarding yourself can also help combat burnout. Discipline, especially when it's sustained over time, can be draining, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed if there's no sense of progress or reward. By giving yourself rewards at regular intervals, you create checkpoints where you can acknowledge the hard work you've put in. This not only boosts your morale, but also helps you avoid the feeling of working tirelessly without seeing results. Without rewards, it can be hard to stay motivated, as you might feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill of tasks. Recognizing your progress through rewards provides the emotional fuel to keep pushing forward. Moreover, rewards help create a healthy relationship with discipline. Discipline can sometimes be perceived as harsh or restrictive, especially when it involves making sacrifices or resisting temptation. However, by associating discipline with rewards, you shift your perspective. Discipline no longer feels like something you have to do, but something you do because it leads to positive outcomes. This shift in mindset makes it easier to stay committed to your goals, as you begin to view discipline not as a burden but as a pathway to greater satisfaction and success. To truly benefit from rewards, it's important to be intentional about them. Don't let them be impulsive or automatic, but plan them as part of your goal-setting strategy. Set clear expectations for when and how you will reward yourself, and make sure the reward is something you genuinely look forward to. Planning your rewards in advance also helps you avoid the trap of seeking instant gratification at the wrong times. If you know that there's a bigger reward waiting for you after completing a series of tasks or hitting a significant milestone, you're less likely to get sidetracked by short-term distractions. As you continue to practice discipline and reward yourself, you will start to notice how these rewards impact your overall mindset. They don't just encourage positive behavior in the short term, they help build lasting habits that become ingrained in your daily routine. Over time, the rewards, both big and small, will become part of the natural flow of your life, reinforcing the positive behaviors that contribute to your long-term success. Through consistency, mindful rewards, and patience, you will build a stronger sense of discipline that continues to serve you in all areas of your life. Ultimately, rewarding yourself is a key element of maintaining the discipline needed to reach your goals. It's a strategy that nurtures motivation, reinforces progress, and ensures that the journey is as fulfilling as the destination. By recognizing your efforts and celebrating your achievements, you create a positive feedback loop that keeps you moving forward with purpose and determination.